Hello my dear students. So this is the list of the advanced level practicals for string. The remaining practicals are there. In this video I am going to cover all of this practical. I will try to cover all of this. So I will start with the 7th practical. Because we have already covered the logic similar to this. So what exactly this practical is saying me? Write a C program to accept a string and count the number of vowels present in a string, right? So in the previous program, let me open my whiteboard. In the previous program, we have performed a program in which we were counting the number of spaces. So I have written something like, pardon me for the array shape, let me do it in better way. Okay, so I was writing today is a good then space day, right? And last is null character. Let me name this string as str. And it is having index 1, 2, 3 up to the last, right? So last is null character. So in the previous video, I was counting the space to get the number of words in a given string. Now, instead of checking if str of I is space or not, in this video, I am going to check if str of I is A, E, I, O, U, then capital A, E, I, O, U or not. If some character like this exists, then I'm going to do vowel plus plus. In previous video we were doing space plus plus. I hope you have gone through that video. So the similar concept we are going to use in this lecture. So let me just clear all this and go to my IDE. Inside my IDE I have to write include stdio dot h, then int main, then return 0. Here I am going to declare a string s1 which is having size 100, and I am going to tell user to enter a string, right? Semicolon here, then here I am using get s and s1, right? Let me save this program. Now what I want, for loop which will start with 0, go up to s1 of I is not equal to null. I am doing I plus plus, right? I also have to declare I, so I am doing int I and also vowel, right? After this, what I am going to check? I am going to check condition if the condition will be so long, so it may be the case that it will be hiding behind my back, but I am checking if s1 of I is equal to A. Let me copy this, and here or condition. So if it is A or E or I or first alphabets. So for that, again OR, and here it will be capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, and capital U. Make sure that you are not putting semicolon over here, because after if condition we are not going to put semicolon. So here inside the braces I am doing vowel plus plus. So to do this I have to initialize vowel as 0. So after the end of this loop I am going to printf /n the number of vowels in given string is %d, and here it will be vowel. Right. I hope you guys are understanding the logic. So here if I just save the program, compile it and run it, and I'm entering say KOML, my favorite name because it's my name. So it is giving me 2 answers, right? Let me again execute the program. So if I'm entering a big string, that is today is a great day, right? So you can see the number of vowels are appearing correctly. So this is all about the 7th practical. We have done with this. So I am going to erase this line, right? So now, okay, so now the 6th practical. What about the 6th practical? The 6th practical is saying write a C program to convert the character into toggle character. Now we have done similar kind of logic in which I was converting the lowercase letters to uppercase letters. So what I want, let me erase this extra code. So let me erase this. If user is entering, let me go to my whiteboard. So if user is entering this, it should look like this, right? If user is entering this, then it should look like this. I want to toggle a character, right? So I want to toggle a character. That means either if it is this, it look like this, and if it is this, it look like this. How can I toggle a character? So to toggle a character, I have shown you that the difference between uppercase letter and lowercase letter is 32. I have shown you how to find the ASCII value, right? So if you have not gone through that video, please go to the part 1 of this practicals and then come over here. So I am going to take one string from user, then I am going to print, enter a string, right? Then I am going to do get as S1. Now for S1, what I am going to check if S1 of I is greater than or equal to small a and. Here AND condition, because it must fall in between this range, and S1 of, here it will be S1, and S1 of I is less than or equal to say Z. If this is the condition, that means if the character is lowercase character, then I am going to do S1 of I equal to S1 of I over here. S1 of I is equal to S1 of I minus 32. Why minus 32? Because ASCII value of smaller character are higher. So I am going to minus 32 from there to get the uppercase letter. And in else condition, if this is not the case, that means our character is in uppercase, then in else part I am going to copy this. I am going to copy this statement and paste it over here, and here it will be plus, right? And at the end of the string I am going to printf /n the toggled string is %s, and here I am going to write S1 again, right? So let me just save this program, compile it and run it. I was not declared. Okay, I am declaring it in I. Again save it, compile it and run it. If I'm entering KOMAL, you can see the toggled string, right? So this is all about the program to toggle a string. So we have successfully completed this 6 practicals. Now what I am going to do, I am going to perform this 5th practical, which is saying me that write a C program to reverse a string from your keyboard. So first the user is entering a string and you have to reverse the string but without using inbuilt function. Which inbuilt function is used for reversing the string? It is strrev. So let me erase the extra code and let me show you in my whiteboard. So what they are saying, if user have entered say ABC, right? So the string will be like ABC and here this. Now I want a reverse string, that means I want CBA, right? So this is reverse of a str. I want this. So what can I do? Now if I want to reverse it, I know that for this string A, B and C, the index is like this. Index is like this. So I am initializing I at 0 and J at the length minus 1. So, or at the length. So I know that the length of this string is 3. So I want to initialize J at 2. That is length minus 2. I hope you guys are understanding. So here length minus 1. So that is 3 minus 1. So J will be starting with 2. Now I am going to interchange str of 0 with str of 0 with str of 2. Right, that means I am going to swap this character, and you know the 3 line of code for swapping any integer float or swapping any 2 numbers, right? So you know the code for swapping. I am just saying the logic over here. So after this both are swapped, I am going to do I plus plus and j minus minus. Now both of this will have same value. So let me take another example for this. Let me erase everything and again explain it. I hope this point is clear of swapping array to you. So here I am taking A, B, C, D, E, F and then null. It is having 1, 2, 3. Okay, after this F, I would like to take another F and G and then null. Here it will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Here it is named as str. Now I will be starting with 0 and J will be starting with length minus 1 because it is having length 7. So I am going to start J with 6. Now what I am going to do? str of 0 and str of 6 will be swapped. Then I am going to swap. So now it will be G over here and A will be here. Right. Now what I will do? I plus plus. Now do I plus plus and J minus minus. So I will become 1 and J will become 5. So now I am going to do str of 1 and str of 5. Right. So now here it will be F over here. And here it will be B. Right. Now I will do I equal to 2 and J equal to, say J is equal to 4. Right. Now I will do str of 2 and str of 4. Now here I will be 3 and J will be 3. So you can either copy this or not. So you can write this way, str of 3 and str of 3. Right. So if it is odd number, you will get this equation. If it is even number, you will get another equation. I hope you guys are understanding. So now if I continuing this process up to this, then what will happen? Here it will be the C and here it will be D. So here it will be A, B, C. Here it will be, okay, I have forgotten. Okay, so here what mistake I have done? So here it will be E and here it will be C, and for D we are doing as it is. Now if I am again doing it, I will be 4, right? I will be 4 and J will be 2. So I cannot swap this, otherwise I will get the same sequence. So I cannot write the condition str of I is not equal to null. Why I cannot write? Because once value of I is greater than J, that means I am again swapping the elements. So here the condition will not like this. The condition will be I less than J. Now let me show you through the program that how you can perform this. So let me open my IDE. Here inside my IDE, I cannot write this condition, otherwise I will get the same string. I have to write I is less than J, otherwise you can also write I is less than or equal to J. Inside this I am swapping them. So S1 of what will be done to swap the array? The same logic will be here. So I am taking one character. I am doing C equal to S1 of I am also taking J as strlen of S1. You can either use minus 1, right? Length minus 1. You can either use string function or you can first find the length of string and use the variable. You can do anything. Let me, so you can write something like this and here it will be J minus, right? So now here it will be S1 of I equal to S1 of J. Here it will be S1 of J equal to C, and after end of this, the reverse of a string is S1. Let me save this program. It will give me an error because I have not included string dot h. Let me save the program, compile it and run it. What is an issue? J is not declared. Okay, I am declaring J. Save the program, compile it and run it. So the reverse is this, right? So either you can write strlen or you can do one thing, write a variable len, and here instead of using this, use len minus 1, that is length minus 1, and what will be len? Len equal to, so you can write without using string function, you can write it as I equal to 0, I is or S1 of I not equal to null, I plus plus, and then here do len plus plus, and here initialize this as 0. If you are doing this, save the program, compile it and run it, and again enter the string. You can see it is giving me correct output, right? So this is all about the 6th practical or 5th practical to reverse a string without using inbuilt function. Now the last practical is to concatenate two strings without the inbuilt functions. Right, so let me erase the extra code, right? Let me erase the extra code and first let me explain the logic behind this. So for that, I am opening my whiteboard. Now see what I want to do. I am having one string as ABC, and another string S2 as D, E, F and G. So here length equal to 3 and here length equal to 4. Now what I am going to do, I know that S1 is A, B, C. Now at the index 3, 0, 1, 2, at index 3, I am going to print this value. Right, let me use another color. So at index 3, I am going to print this value, that means D. Then at index 4, I am going to print this value, that is E. Index 5, I am going to print this value, that is F. And index 6, I am going to print G. And here last is null character. I hope you guys are understanding. So here what you can see, here I am doing S1 of 3 equal to S2 of 0. S1 of 4 equal to S2 of 1. S1 of 5 equal to S2 of 2. And S1 of 6 equal to S3 of S2 of 3. Right? So I know this range. If I say this variable I, if I say this variable j, then what can I write? I equal to 3, 4, 5, 6 and j equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Can I write this as starting with L1 to L1 plus L2 minus 1? Can I say this range as this? Similarly, j is starting with 0 to L2 minus 1. I hope you guys are understanding this logic. This concept is really very important. Right. So let me erase everything. I am going to implement this logic using code. So what I need first, at first I need to find L1, that I know. How can I find L1 without using string functions? I know how to find L2 without using string functions, and then at last I am going to use a loop to get value of I like this and j like this. I know how to do this, right? So let me just go to my IDE. I am going to take two strings, that is S1 and S2. I am taking its value as, I am taking size as higher. So here it will be S2. Now here enter two strings, right? After that get as S2. So two strings are added. I want to concatenate S2 with S1. So I hope you guys know that how source and destination work in case of strcat. I am just doing it in the same manner. Now I am taking loop 4. I equal to 0. I is S1 of I is not equal to null. I plus plus. For this I am doing L1 plus plus. So I have to declare L1 as 0, L2 as 0 for two string lengths. Let me copy this code and paste over here. Here it will be S2 and here it will be L2. Now after this I know the length of L1 and L2, the string S1 and S2, right? So I know the length. Now after this what I want to do, I am writing a loop from K. Let me erase this. So what you are doing, K is starting with L1. I hope you guys know. Here it is starting with 3. That means length of first string for which I want to concatenate. From where I want to concatenate. So you know that this null, here this null is having index 3. So this null will be replaced with D. Right. So I hope you guys are understanding. So here let me go to my IDE. K will start with L1. Then J will start with 0. We know why J, because for S2. Then K is less than L1 plus L2. because L1 plus L2 is 7 over here, so I want loop to be executed from 3 to 6. So that's why this condition, and then k plus plus, k is going to be plus, and here j will also plus plus, right? So k plus plus and j plus plus, k will range from 3 to 6 and j will range from 0 to up to this, right? So here let me write the logic over here. I want to copy the value of S1 of k will be copied by S2 of j, right? S2 of j. So S2 of 0 will be copied to S1 of k. So now once this entire thing is happening, I have to do S1 of L1 plus L2 equal to null, because the last character must be null. So I am doing this and then put as the string is and put as S1 concatenated string. Let me just check if this program is correct or not. K is not declared. Okay. Let me save this program, compile it. If I am entering Komal and then Langalia, it is printing Komal Langalia. I hope you guys know. Now one may ask that, ma'am, what is this last stage? Why we have to do this? So if you see over here, if you are just copying, it will go till 6, then the 7 will not have, S1 of 7 will not be null. So we have to do manually by writing L1 plus L2, that is 7. So let me show you, if you are not writing this line, if you are commenting this, if you are not writing this line, save it, compile it and run it, and then you will see Komal and then your Langalia, then you will see it is printing, but in some case it will not print. So it will be good habit to print it will be good habit to use it, right? So here let me compile it and run it for another ABC. ABC, D, E, F, G. ABC, D, E, F, D, E, F, G. For some it is not printing, so it is good habit to write that code, right? So this is the correct code for concatenating two strings, because string is the character array that is terminated by null character, right? So you have to write this. I hope you enjoyed this class. We have completed the practicals for string over here. If you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section and ask me. I hope you enjoyed this class. See you in the next class. Thank you so much.